That's right.
Okay? So it's no good way farther down, you get a kind of right. Good Boy Scout books would have a correction table depending on where you were in longitude relative to good Boy Scout books. Now watch. You check it lately. That North Pole has been moving, and it is now passing the North Pole on its way to Siberia.
What?
On top of all that, the magnetic field is getting weaker. And we think it's going to get weaker and weaker until it goes away. And then when it comes back again, it'll be in reverse because it flips every time. We worry that when the magnetic field goes away to flip again, this is called a dynamo effect, when it goes away and flips, that while it's not there, will it put all of us at risk?
Yeah.
So we go back in the fossil record because it's flipped before. And if you go to the points where it has flipped, there's no periods of mass extinction. So if it wreaked havoc, it was not global catastrophe.
Right.
So I'm not so worried about it.
What is the % chance that aliens have already found out about Earth and who we are?
I'm not authorized to comment.
You are authorized.
Here we go.
Okay.
So first of all, aliens may be vastly more intelligent than we are. In fact, anyone ever portrayed in the film is clearly that because they figured out how to get here.
Correct.
And we haven't left low Earth orbit in 50 years. So
Hey, we're
they're clearly smarter, and they're probably stronger than us. You have people shooting their guns at the spaceship. Like, come on. The question is, why would we think they would be interested in us at all?
I feel like
That's our ego talking. Well, I'm getting it. That's our ego saying, we are so interesting that vastly more intelligent and technologically capable species are going to come and want to observe us and poke our gonads. But this is the height of ego, first of all, okay? When you walk by a worm, do you say, gee, I wonder what that worm is thinking? Oh, let me find out. No, you don't care, all right? That's my first comment. Second, I joke, only half joke, that maybe they have visited us and they just happened to land during Comic-Con. And nobody noticed. Hey, good costume. Hey. And so then they go back to their home planet and say, did you want to enslave them? Or no, they're just like us. And I got another one. You know how much space junk is orbiting Earth right now? From lost rocket parts and drop wrenches and this sort of thing?
I've heard quite a bit.
Yes, quite a bit. And so maybe the aliens came by Earth just to visit, and they saw how much trash we have orbiting our planet, and they say, we're not coming anywhere near this planet. Let's pick another one. I want to meet the aliens too, of course.
Doesn't seem like it.
No, I love me some aliens. So, time for area codes. All right. Well, they already had a set of digits that were reserved for certain tasks. So 411, if you type 411, that was reserved for information. You dial 411 and you'd get a human telephone book, basically. Right. What is the number of Johnny Jones, whatever, or Mary Smith at this address? They'd look it up, and sometimes they'll dial it for you, or they would just tell it to you and you'd write it down.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, this is like forever ago. All right. So 611 would be if there was something wrong with your phone and you needed repairs. Okay. So they say, we'll be by tomorrow to look at the phone line, whatever. All right. So they had a few of these that all had a one in the middle. Okay. However, those were established after area codes were established. Okay. Now, they knew we're not going to have a phone number beginning with a 1, nor a phone number beginning with a 0. So the highest population city, New York, they wanted that to be where the area code can be dialed the quickest, because the most number of people would be dialing it.
That's right.
And you don't want to burden so many people with waiting around for the dial to finish dialing.
That's right, because you're going with the finger thing.
With the finger thing.
Can't have 211, so you got to have 212.
212 is the shortest time dialed area code on a dial.
Yo, that's cool.
Okay, so now, what city has the next highest population?
Probably Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. What is the area code of Los Angeles?
3, 1,
2,
5.
1,
No, 2, 1,
3.
3. 2, 1, 3.
Low. That's why you have this. Okay. What's the next most populous city?
Probably Chicago.
Chicago. What's the area code of Chicago?
I don't know it, but I'm sure it's 214.
No.
Oh.
I can go lower than that. 312.
Oh, 312. That's right. Because you're staying in the loop.
You're staying in
the thing.
So let's talk about the scene of dark matter from your show at the planetarium.
So what's going on here is you're viewing the structure of the large-scale universe. And what we've represented here are dark areas that themselves have more gravitational attraction than the light areas. So the light areas are drawing themselves to the dark areas. And so what happens is, as this happens over the eons, structure begins to manifest in the universe. And you see this web work, and it looks almost organic, or it looks like some kind of neurosynaptic map. The formation and collection of matter in the universe follows the laws of physics, and when you add in the dark matter, this extra gravity, it turns the universe into the universe that we see. That's why we know the dark matter is real. We don't know what it is, but we know it's there because we can't make the universe as we see it unless we put this extra gravity into our simulations to match the gravity that we see. And there's some exotic ideas for it, by the way. Particle physicists are convinced that it might be an exotic particle that doesn't interact with us, doesn't interact with our light, with our telescopes, but that it has gravity. So these particles are doing their own thing, invisible to us, but otherwise attracting our matter into nucleating us among them. So, but of course a particle physicist would think that the solution is a particle. If you're a hammer, all your problems look like nails. One of the more intriguing accounts I've heard is if you have multiple universes, it turns out gravity can spill out of one universe and be felt by another. And if we have another universe adjacent to ours, it could be that these sites where we see extra gravity is ordinary gravity in a parallel universe. And here we are looking at it mysteriously, like, it's like the blind man touching the elephant. I don't know what this whole thing is, but here I can describe this part of it. And it's kind of textured, and it's smooth and hard. And you can't see the whole elephant. Maybe the elephant is ordinary gravity in another universe, and we're feeling it, and we're making stuff up just to account for it.